Okay, good evening. It's 1:45 a.m. for me. But gosh, my first stream in quite a while, eh? I have the house to myself right now, so I'm not worried about being noisy, which is great. I do need to grab myself a drink, so I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, today is the 7th stream with Restream.io. Gosh, it's been such a long time. I'm on both YouTube and Twitch, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, so I brought back my just chatting view here. You can kind of see that. And I'm kind of cleaning my room at the moment. It's like, why are you cleaning your room at 1:45 in the morning? Well, it's because I didn't really feel like sleeping, so. And when I say clean my room, it's more like moving stuff around. Stuff I need to get to. Honestly, there's a lot for me to do, but despite everything, I just feel like, you know, sitting down on my chair and just chilling, relaxing. Ew. Eh. Hey Thorndos, welcome to the stream. Okay, let's see. Steam, eh? Sure. Yeah, these days I've definitely not been streaming much, but more like I've kind of been just watching YouTube. A lot of other VTubers that I haven't really been watching too much of, but kind of found mainly through like reaction stuff. I believe they're under the category known as reaction VTubers. They're great. I love it. I mean, other than that, yeah, I've just been chilling, hanging out, playing some games with Samuel at times. Yeah, I'll do most of my cleaning probably tomorrow. I'll probably do another stream where I'm talking half-heartedly. On the side, I've kind of been playing some Star Rail. Yeah, for Star Rail we have Planet Cardia. I haven't actually done the story since I last streamed it. So that's fun. I suppose I could do the story on stream. Not now. Definitely not now. But and then Genshin, I gotta actually just launch the game, really. Oh man. I see. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, in terms of games, there's a lot I want to get to, but you know, when I get to it. Not to mention, oh no. In terms of like sickness, like coughs and whatnot, it's already subsided for the most part. Nice. I'm pretty behind on all my on all my shots. Been in Japan for 3 years, and I think I got a COVID shot like 2 years ago. When I came back from Japan for a short period of time, I went to my local pharmacy where I used to work, and they just happened to have some COVID shots left, so I just got one. Ah, good old Yu-Gi-Oh. Good old Yu-Gi-Oh. It's really funny because it's like I know the other Tsubasa it is also pretty big into Yu-Gi-Oh! Among other card games, but the problem for me and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it's one of those deck builder games, and I'm a terrible deck builder. Which is kind of funny if you consider the fact that one of my favorite games that I play a ton of is Slay the Spire. But I'm absolutely horrendous at Slay the Spire. No joke. When I grinded it to the max, when I, whoa! Well, thank you, Munemi Onikuma! Thank you for the raid! Wow! That was so unexpected, and thank you for following, Zanjo. Shout out, Munemi Onikuma. Wait, where's my bot? How was your stream, buddy? If my bot was working, I could see what you were doing, but my bot's not working. Thurnos, you always have a sword here, please. That is true. Nice. Alright, if we overload the bot, perhaps it'll work. You know, there's a chance that what end up happening is, oh, thanks for following, Matato. Would you happen to be related to a certain potato? Oh. That's why my Cloudbot's currently inactive. I'm sorry. Rhymes with potato. Indeed it does. Alright. Do you mind? It's so funny because it's like, do I even have an intro? Welcome everyone, my name's Yamanaka Tsubasa, and I am a Catboy streamer. I usually play games from Honkai Star Rail to Genshin Impact, sometimes Mahjong Soul, Richi City. I used to play FPSs like Valorant with friends. I'm not a competitive gamer, so I enjoy my turn-based games more than most other games. Otherwise, I'm just your average gamer streamer that really doesn't know what he's doing anymore. Yeah. I am an EST streamer right now. I was in Japan for about 3 years, and now I'm back in Canada. Oh my god, how did I forget? Yes, I used to do a little bit of Minecraft. My current interest lays in Core Keeper, Satisfactory, Terraria. I won't say meh on the Terraria, but stuff like that. I want to say I have a pretty good sense of building things, but yeah, that's who I am. I don't try to do any sort of like loud voice screaming or whatnot. I do enjoy the more relaxing vibes. And oh, I do like my karaoke's. I also enjoy turn-based things. I cannot enjoy Honkai Star because while I like turn-based things, I have so many turn-based RPGs that if I want to play a turn-based RPG, I would play that over something that has luck on who I can use and will try to stop me from playing. Oh, karaoke! Yes! Sanjo BT. I enjoy gacha. That started from my. Oh my gosh, Sambo, thank you for subscribing. Nice to see you too. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Crazy active tonight, huh? At my 2 a.m. Oh man. Yeah, I got rated by the very, very kind Munami Onikuma. Gotta check out your channel too. Throw you back a follow and visit your stream whenever I can. Oh, that's awkward. I already follow you. I don't have an issue with gacha. Just what gacha isn't a turnoff. It isn't something. That is fair. That is fair. It's one of those funny things where, it's weird to even like think of. To even think of gacha as a selling point, considering. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to listen in. Ah, okay. Okay. Listen to a past stream of yours. Nice. The thing about gacha games, and at least in my opinion, is that it's one of those things where, at least at the start of a gacha game, it's a low bar of entry, in my opinion, and you usually get a good gacha game will give you a strong hook. It gives you a strong hook, and I feel like for a lot of good gacha games, they have to have a strong initial hook that the whole system itself has no part in playing, right? Because if you don't have a strong hook at the beginning for a gacha game, which is, you can also think of it like a perpetual game in development. So like a game that's still in alpha, right? A lot of, like, I played 7 Days to Die for a long time, and I kind of swore off at this point just due to the not that the game's bad, just that the devs kind of take the game in a weird direction relative to what I wanted to enjoy from the game. So it's no longer the game that I want to play. But that's the idea, right? For gacha games, they're there to give you a strong hook to start off. You enjoy it for the beginning, and if it's actually good, you continue with it, right? Precisely. I can understand gacha as a selling point for gambling addicts, but how is it such a thing that's selling point of gacha? So something that I can use Super Blue Break, where I can just play something like Blue Reflection Second Light. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. In 3D again? I mean, give me a second here. See, part of the reason why I use the Fuji text so much is because I actually like this art. Like I know XSL commissioned it, and it's quite literally one of my favorite pieces of art. But if you really want to see me in 3D, like, here, give me a second here. Big bard, right? Capture it. Come on. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Hello. Hey guys. This is my 3D. Based on the quality, I think you can tell that this is self-made. I didn't order this from anyone. I do streaming as a hobby usually, but I do want to do it more because it's fun, right? Streaming's fun. And I got a message like a million different people to see if they want to do some collabs, but not intrusively, not unsolicited. I'll leave my smaller meat over here. Oh my god. Don't take this the wrong way, Samuel, but like no, actually no, there's no point in even saying that. It's just no, I was just gonna say that yeah, it's one of the things where you feel free to request it. It's just I have options, and I'll always err on the side of things I prefer more. The 2D, I don't know about you, but it's the simplicity of the 2D, that the art style, that it's just I love. So that's why you'll see the 2D more than my 3D usually. But if I'm playing Honkai Star Rail, for example, I don't think my laptop can handle processing both VC Face and Honkai Star Rail at the same time. So that's why I usually use my 2D. And I'm sorry, as I said, I quite frankly prefer the 2D image in terms of like visual appeal. I'm not sure, I'm sure everyone has their preferences. So some people like 3D model over the 2D. It's just for me, my 2D model is a commissioned PNG from my friend, and it's to my personal aesthetic likeliness. That is not the right way to word that. No, it's to my preference. There it is. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it's such an interesting hour. I really just came back to streaming it after forever. I really want to do this more consistently. Maybe, you know, not start at 1:45 AM my time, yeah? Who knows, maybe this is the quote-unquote prime opportunity to stream, which, to be fair, that'd be fine. I can find time throughout the day to sleep. I don't necessarily follow the law of, like, you have to sleep when it gets dark out or around midnight. No, I follow the rule of you need a very specific number of hours of sleep within a 24-hour period, and that's that. Making a PNG tuber at some point. I mean, technically that is a PNG tuber, and technically not like a 2D model. Oh yeah, sure. Some stories from Japan, huh? Well, one thing I can share, while still staying as anonymous as I can be, is that if you ever have a chance to work in Japan as an assistant language teacher, more specifically an assistant English teacher, well, I would say that it's interesting because, well, assuming that you speak English, yes, you can always be an assistant language teacher for other languages if you're working in Japan, and you're in a city that has a lot of other language speakers. But an interesting thing is a lot of the Japanese teachers are very, very open-minded to speak English with you, as long as you're willing to put in the enthusiasm yourself into working with them. It's a give and take, right? And are the students eager? Are they eager students? Yes and no. I got some students that are fantastic, and then there's some students that would rather just sleep through the class. So you get a mixed bag of both, but those are the polar extremes. And then the rest of the students are usually pretty mild, in the sense of like they're there to learn and they're learning. Memes? No. Okay. So let's tangent here to that Domino story. It's very quick. So for anyone not in the know, or wondering what is this all-you-can-eat business at the Domino's. Domino's is a pizza chain, and they do exist in Japan. I believe Domino's is an American pizza chain, right? Domino's Pizza Wiki. Give me the juicy info, please. Domino's. American multinational pizza restaurant chain founded in 1960. Yeah. Okay. So there is Domino's in Japan, and they operate as a regular old pizza chain in Japan, normally, anyways. But I lived in a more rural part of Japan, known as Shikoku. I believe that translates to Four Kingdoms. Let me just quickly search this up. Four provinces. I was close. I think the literal translation, you have the kanji for four and the kanji for kingdom. But anyways, so I lived on that island, and most people don't know about this island because it has no major cities on there. In fact, the closest major city is Osaka. I'm sure almost everyone in the world knows Osaka. Or Hiroshima. Both are about the same distance away. One's simply north, the other one's simply east. So that you can kind of triangulate where I lived based off that information, yeah? It's south of Hiroshima, west of Osaka. And on this island, it's one of the most rural parts of Japan, as everyone's trying to leave to every Japanese youngster that wants to grow up, of course they grow up, but every Japanese youngster who grows up on the island kind of wants to leave and goes to the big city. That's kind of the Japanese dream. You know, grow up, find a job in Tokyo, find a job in Osaka, find a job in Hiroshima, the big cities, and get out from the rural countryside. So, but where I lived, and why this is a story on the Domino's Pizza, is that my Domino's Pizza, specifically, offers an all-you-can-eat, and it's very cheap. It's very, very cheap. It's like about 2,000 yen for like their basic pizzas, and you have like 12 different pizzas to choose from, and they're all like personal size, so they're like 8 inches diameter of pizza. So to make it so that I can eat more than one pizza, I always get the thin crust, and I usually eat about 3 pizzas to really make it worth my time. So a pizza in Japan is expensive, mainly because the ingredients, they have to import it, but it's just one of those fancy like foreigner food. So it is expensive. A pizza that in America you might run your bill about $5 a slice. They don't do slices here. They do whole pizzas. So If you compare like a whole pizza, like it's like a 8-inch, very small. Then you're still looking at like 17 to 20 something dollars, maybe even up to 30. Depends on what kind of pizza you're looking at. As for seafood, surprisingly, no, it is not cheap. Surprisingly, it is fairly expensive still. The cheapest thing you'll find around where I live is probably, I want to say tuna and mackerel. I think those are like the cheap seafoods, but stuff like salmon is still expensive. Salmon just isn't natively around where I live in Japan, so we get them imported. Yeah. But still, Japan sushi and all that, really good. Can't go wrong. A solid sushi meal at like their conveyor belt sushi places like Hama Sushi, Sushiro, Kuro Sushi. You're looking at maybe 2,000 yen, 3,000 yen. Like that's a solid meal. If you're not too hungry and you just want to eat about maybe 80% of your appetite is maybe about 1,400-ish, 1,400, 1,500 yen. It's not gonna be cheap, but it's cheap enough. One of my friends said the worst Japanese sushi is better than the best ones they've had in America. I mean, I believe it. It's different standards, right? In a lot of things. Arguably, maybe not the ingredients, maybe how the ingredients are handled, but stuff like salmon is actually closer to America than it is to Japan. So, or depends on the salmon, but a lot of grocery store sushi. Ugh, that does not sound good. Definitely depends on the place. I can't necessarily speak for American sushi places. I've been to California, which is, next to the ocean, but even then I don't think I've got many sushi places there. Since I lived with my family, we always ate food at home. Yeah, grocery store sushi in America doesn't sound great. And I've watched enough Chubby Emu on YouTube to know the horror stories of gas station sushi, which you should 100% avoid, almost always. They have zero standards for those places, so just don't. I mean, you could, but the risk is high. You gotta know your risks. It's like what Dr. Mike on YouTube, apparently there's two Dr. Mikes. The Dr. Mike I'm talking about is the one that always says, do chest compressions. Dr. Mikhail Mike Varshavsky. Is it you can just walk to a corner shop and buy fresh foods for meals, not a gas station meal? In Japan, yeah. Konbinis. Grocery store is pretty good, especially if you get a... Okay, that's different. Yeah, if you're going for like Walmart, they're decent. You'll know it's decent because Walmart tries its best not to scam the customers. They kind of scam their suppliers. It's a bit of a different power balance there. If you look into how Walmart keeps its prices down, they kind of screw over the supplier, and the supplier kind of just has to deal with it. But yeah, going back to the thing about the corner shop, that's a konbini. In the big cities, you'll have like Lawson, Family Mart, 7-Eleven, just spread out everywhere at the corners of every road. Sometimes there's even two per road. And yeah, no. You can get just a full-on meal from there. All the days, I would just go to the convenience and get myself a nice like $4 meal. It's a whole bento box of, you have rice, you have the protein, could be tofu, chicken, pork, depends on what it is. Some pickled vegetables, like very little amount, and you're set. Yeah, my acid reflux is acting up, so I have my calcium antacid tablets that I chew to suppress that. Oh yeah, karage. The Japanese karage is just fantastic. I'm actually really full right now. Surprisingly full. Comes from the fact that I had dinner and was practically entering a food coma. But me and my friends went out for a walk, so I could update that. No, stop. Streamlabs, stop. No. I don't use Twitter no more. Yeah, I don't use Twitter no more. Let me update that. Commands. No timers. Edit. Get rid of that Twitter. And no thank you. Confirm. Okay. Commands. Where's my Twitter command? And get rid of that. Blueski. No, I don't. I kind of excuse me. I kind of fell off the whole social media thing. There it is. That's the updated version. It's just one of those things where I didn't want to put myself out there, I guess. Which is weird coming from a content creator. I know, a live streamer. Yes, I realize that. But like, I'm very much the type of person that wants to curate like pretty much exactly what I want to see in the sense of entertainment. I don't look at news and stuff unless I really want to, and in which case I kind of scour the internet for multiple sources. I'm that type of person. I don't, I'm okay with not seeing many other people's opinions about me. Also, now that, my bot's working, let me do that shadow again. It should work this time, right? Yeah! And they were playing Roblox! Of course, that's what they said. I gotta catch one of your streams sometime. It has been a hot minute. Yep, thanks for dropping by, Thurindos. Hopefully seeing you as well. Yeah, normally I'd be playing games. I'm not generally the free talk type person. Just because I don't really have much to talk about. Going back to the talk about Japanese stories or stories from Japan. So yeah, talking about like working in the education field, fellow teachers. If you're in a company that contracts you out to a school, the school teachers are very much willing to engage with casual conversations or attempt to learn English for the most part, if you're the type to reciprocate that, right? If you're there being like just there to do the job and then leave and not interact with anyone, they'll do the same with you in kind. As in, they won't talk to you unless necessary and all that. I mean, it depends, right? If you're becoming a content creator, you're gonna get the views. It's an open platform, right? You could get like the snarky comments, the bad comments. They can show up, the trolls and whatnot. You simply have to filter them out, and don't let them get to you, because anyone can say anything on the internet. But places like DeviantArt, that still exists, right? DeviantArt. That place still exists, right? I don't do art, so that's why I'm not sure platforms. But yeah, DeviantArt exists, so you could upload your art there. There's some people who make comments and stuff, so and yeah, you can post it there. Obviously, other platforms like Twitter, Blue Sky, are also places you can post and share for people to discover you. I believe, places like Facebook. Trying to think any other places people post stuff. Obviously my Discord, but you could also join other Discords and post it on there as well. That's cool too. And yeah, that's social media in a nutshell. Yeah, you just gotta watch out for the bad eggs when they come in and say weird stuff or mean stuff or that kind of stuff in general. Exactly. I'm like how I have I do have a Twitter, and I don't necessarily go on it, but I happen to every time the one website I do go on to look at like memes and news on my hobbies is Reddit. I go on Reddit to look at Hololive stuff because I'm into Hololive. I look at that for manga, anime, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, League of Legends. Yes, I know League of Legends. I don't play League of Legends. I follow the pro scene. I watch the pro games, and that's kind of it. At this point, though, I kind of just watch Worlds, and that's kind of all I watch. And I get the whole like creators' anxiety. I'm a very anxious person at heart. Back when I played the League, it was a mental thing. Whenever I played ranked, you would not believe how anxious I was. I was physically shaking on my chair, literally unable to stop myself, and it was super bad. The only way for it to like not be terrible was I'd physically get out of my chair and walk away for a little bit, and the shaking would slowly subside. But that was me trying to play ranked in League of Legends way back in the day. This was season 3 of League of Legends, back when Faker won Worlds for the first time. Yeah, I got into League of Legends because of an online entertainment group called Achievement Hunters. Saw their video and was like, oh cool, let's try that. And I tried a MOBA for the first time in my life, and I thought that, oh my god, this is kind of fun. And then I realized I'm absolutely terrible at the game. Like, absolutely terrible. but I did enjoy it for about 2.5 seasons. Eventually, it went from playing like Summoner's Rift, the 5v5 map, to just playing ARAMs. ARAM stands for all random, all mid, meaning it's just a single kill lane. It's a single lane, and you and your friends random your champions and just go at it. That's all. Yeah. So, oh gosh, 2:30 a.m. Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep streaming until I feel tired, I suppose. Yeah. So at the moment, everything's kind of bare bones and all that, and that's kind of just because more than anything else. I'm streaming off my laptop at the moment. I haven't got my PC set up at this point in time. My room is a bit of a mess, and when I say it's a bit of a mess, it means there's just stuff everywhere. I have to pack it up, move it out, move stuff away, and bag a lot of things. So that has to happen eventually. And yeah, if that doesn't happen, then things can't get processed properly. Big thing for me is that I gotta crack open my PC and like clean it interior. Just cleaning. My room is very different to how it was because my parents renovated my room. So obviously when they renovated my room, they moved everything around. They packed up all the things and moved everything around, and to keep things, well, they tried to keep as much of my stuff in its place as possible, but then they had to move a lot of stuff around and pack up a lot of things in bags. So I just legitimately just have no idea where a lot of things are. And for the sake of my own sanity, I just kind of left it alone too. Didn't really feel like doing the whole clean up everything immediately kind of deal. I unpacked my laptop and just said, "This is good enough." I'm a bit lazy in that sense. Yeah. Gosh. It's interesting walking into my room and then just seeing like boxes and bags of stuff, of my stuff. It's just there now because there's nowhere else to put it since things got moved around. My room used to be like spacious, excessively so, and then my parents just decided, you know what would fit in here? A whole closet. So they just built a closet in my room where my desk used to be. So they moved my desk to another corner of my room, and now my room's a little bit more compact. They had to move out to one of my bookshelves. Yeah. So I gotta also organize my library. Alright. That's something I personally don't want to think too much about, to be honest. I have a whole bookshelf full of manga I've bought throughout the years. Majority of them are in English, but I do have manga that's in French, I have manga that's in Chinese, and I have manga from Japan that's in Japanese. So and that's just my manga side. Then I have novels, light novels, and those are just the books. Not to mention all my CDs and DVDs. It's a lot. It's a lot. In fact, they don't even fit on my shelves. I've already had to move some of them to the bookshelves outside of my room. Hey, boat truck. Nice, nice. It do be like that. It do be like that. It's gotten to the point where my friends told me that we could feasibly set up like a whole hello. So my situation with my whole library has gone to the point where my friends have said that it's entirely feasible to set to rent out a space and then just have it so that people can like come in and like basically read my books. And that just kind of sounds fun, to be honest. But and what do you mean by convince yourself to get a bookshelf? You should always invest in shelf space. Verticality, my friend. A room can hold a lot of things. You just gotta invest in that space. Unless your room is like super cramped. I mean, if it's out of budget, I understand that. But if it's within budget, it's always a good time to invest in a shelf. It's not just for displaying things, but also for storage, right? Ah, that's a fantastic piece of advice. I like that. Build your own shelf. Very good advice. I need one of those wall shelves at this point. In terms of floor space, I don't actually have that much. I do want to invest in a display cabinet, but all the display cabinets I could find online are actually extremely expensive. And also, drawers are also good. So that's fine. If you're investing in drawers, that's fine too. Because for me, my idea is always talking about verticality. A drawer can stack upwards. You can have multiple drawers in the same floor space, right? So, or the little cubby hole that you can open up. Can I enter Facebook? marketplace without actually entering Facebook. Just curious. Shoot. I haven't logged into Facebook in decades. Oh, I still exist! Oh my gosh! That's cool. That's actually really cool. Do they have display cabinets here? Display cabinet. Oh my god, they do! And they're also equally as expensive. Well, not really. Ooh! Ooh! So I have to go pretty far out for them though, but... Ooh! Me likey. Free? I like free. Oh my gosh, that is so far away. It's not free. Being an adult is difficult, especially when people lie to you saying something's free but it's not free. I don't want anything too fancy, but I do want something that can display all my figures, to be fair. Being an adult is always difficult. It's one of those moments where people don't realize that a lot of the advice we were given as a kid, we're just plain wrong, and we're just given to make sure that us kids would just stop questioning things. Which is like, man, simplistic shows are, yeah, probably what I'm after, honestly. I have two, like, bedside drawers that I could probably stack on top of each other, to be honest, and move them to one side, and then I could have space for a nice little display cabinet in one corner of my room. Yeah, you can ask about them. What's up? What do you want to ask? I have very limited number of them. I have shipped, I want to say 26 figurines from Japan, which will arrive in about 3 months. I have like 5 figurines still in its boxes, and then I have like, how many is that? 2, 4, probably around 20 to 30 figurines that I just organized on my bed shelf. Something along those lines. I was in Japan. I love collecting figurines. Like about 13 of them or so are hololive figures. And then I have a bunch of other anime figurines, from Bocchi the Rock to Kizuna Eye, Pretty Cure, Fate Grand Order. They're all like anime figurines, so I don't particularly have one I kind of gun for. Just whatever appeals to me and happen to be pretty cheap. Japanese secondhand stores are amazing for ordering figurines and stuff like that. You can get so much for so little. It's amazing. Alright, it's about an hour in. Should I just launch TCG card shop simulator for the first time, and enjoy some of that. How about have that in the background? That sounds amazing. You have a Herta wind. Okay, stop. Game, stop. Okay, Herta wind up figure. You have a Herta wind up figure. Officially known as the Happy Pirouette Herta. I need to see those. That is beautiful. That is actually beautiful. If it's collecting dust, how to remove that? I'd attempt to use a Swiffer duster, one of those, some sort of duster, and then have an air blower. Yeah, kind of compressed air would probably do it as well. Stuff like that. You could. It is a PVC figure, so that's probably fine. The main thing is you want to avoid moisture on the motor, which is probably inside, which means you're probably fine. I just don't find damp cloths to be good at grabbing dust. They're good at, from my experience anyways, that too, but if it's just sitting there collecting dust, I find like damp cloths to not be good at attracting dust into it. I'm not saying it can't, but it's not good at that. So I find other things are actually a bit better in that sense. Yeah, the whole clean PZ thing. I had to clean my PZ too. Let's do CAD. Okay, well, let's I'm gonna just capture this just because, and just put them in the back. Let's game capture PCG Card Shop Simulator. Okay. Oh my god. Put you back here. Yeah, the game is not the focus here. Yeah, so the thing about PC is that it's not supposed to be on the ground, which my PC currently is, but I'll fix that. It previously was also on the ground, so it's not good for it. And it needs to be cleaned every so often. Alright, new game. But, yeah, my whole desk setup is, like, a mess because my parents had to move stuff into places. So I gotta fix all that. Oh, my room actually has space for a couple of display cabinets, but the big thing for me is I kind of want more. I want shelves for books because again, my library. That's my main concern. Yeah. But yeah, I also have to clean up my laptop. I've cleaned it a couple times while I was in Japan, but like it builds up dust real easily. Well, if someone's jumping out, you got some serious problems. So, you might want to open the case anyways, just to make sure that you got no problems in there. It can be scary. No, that is real. Whee! Okay. I quit my day job to open my own card game store. This is it. Time to get done. No. Hello, Teddy. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? I didn't want this to be a focus. No. I refuse. I guess I could put this over like this. I'm more interested in what they're gonna say, to be honest. You know, just because they're very crass and it's their first time talking. NANI? Hey, that works. My friends are pretty tech savvy themselves, so if I ever have any tech issues or like questions for tech stuff, I always usually ask them first. Yeah, see, they're playing up a certain role, a certain act here. Like, I could time them out or ban them and, you know, be on with it, right? But they're not being rude to anyone but me, and I don't mind necessarily. So, like, I like to see where things go for a little bit, and if it's clear that they're not, you know, playing a bit, then, you know, we move on, get them out of here. Yeah, I'll be honest with you right now. I have no idea what they're on about, so I'm just gonna let them go on. All right. Yama, Neko, cards. Very basic. Alright. Open phone and stock up on card pack. Tab. Oh my god, the lag. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. Tournament. Level 25. Yeah, it's pretty standard. I'm going with the latter. The easy one. Reviews. None. Tabletop. Wow. Got level 10 required. Okay. Deco. I can spend all my money on the wall. Oh. Oh. Posters. Hello. Which screen? There are many screens that you could potentially be talking about here. Dude, look at these posters. Are they? Is it showing? Yeah, big enough on the screen, I guess. It's pretty cool. All right. Let's see the pricing here. Ooh, look at these. All right. Stock up on card packs. So, I need to go to stock order. I am well aware. I'm not to buy a box yet? Alright, basic card pack. 58 bucks. This is actually, what are you two? Well, wait a second. That's actually like the same price as the Pokemon cards in Japan. Orange. Let's see. Am I a card collector? I wouldn't say so. I have some cards of different things. Not too many of it. I don't spend money on games, Samuel, so... Well, I lie. I don't normally spend money on games. So, unless it's something that I'm actually interested in, I'm usually not one to buy it. Alright, let's just buy one pack of these. Try on my cart. Purchase. Close phone. Alright. Hey, there's my box. Take box. What? Take... Ah. That is weird. It said Wait. Oh! Derp. It's the grayed out that indicates the button press. I kept doing the right click thinking that that was take box, when it's the left click that is take box. Okay. I mean, I can look into it, it's just, you know, I haven't had any, like, reason to look into Teardown. Like, who's playing the game right now on YouTube, right? Like that's indication number one on like, is it gonna be worth my time and interest? So Teardown game. There's a video by The Gamer. Is Teardown worth it? Goodbye. 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 B-U-Y. Maybe we can watch this together, actually. If I use plus browser source, don't make it visible just yet. YouTube video. Okay. All right. So, oh my god, all these ads. Please. OBS, why you like this? Okay. Okay. Cool. Nice. Alright. Let's make this visible now. And let's put this over here. Boom. Alright. Y'all got your popcorn ready? We're gonna be watching Is Teardown Worth It? Video. Nice. Okay, good. Here we go. And this is a video by The Gamer, so I'm not signed in, so do check them out. Okay. Alright, how good is Teardown? Okay. Right. You know, that just reminded me. You guys can't hear anything, can you? I'm gonna mute my, Alright, sorry, let's restart this.
Goodbye, the show where we tell you about a thing and whether or not you should actually buy that thing.
You guys can hear
Today,
it now, right?
that thing is Teardown. Teardown is a destruction physics playground of mayhem, released in early access on PC back in October of 2020, with a full launch in April of 2022. Finally, as of November 2023, the game is available on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, bringing the joys of methodical dismantling to a whole new audience. But maybe you're wondering if the game is really worth the price of admission. Here's everything you need to know about Teardown and whether it's worth the buy. Working as part of a dwindling teardown business operating out of an old warehouse, you start the game with an email from your co-worker/mother who is expressing concerns about the business's financial future. After some encouragement to take some less desirable jobs, you set out with a contract to demolish a building to make way for some capitalist expansion. Is the building in question a protected and beloved historical site? Look, we don't ask questions here.
He just
One
knows
thing
to
leads to another, and suddenly you'll find yourself doing the dirty work of two rich men pitted against each other. But little do they know, you're the one helping the other out. Oh, and you'll also have some not-so-legal work with the police against them as well. The jobs you'll be undertaking will range from destroying a building, disposing of some safes, pulling off a heist, or even just some intelligence gathering. There's a huge range of methods across varying missions, with several significant maps to explore and play around in. The real draw of Teardown, though, is planning the mission itself. As you progress through the game, you will unlock more and more tools, starting with a sledgehammer and a fire extinguisher, and eventually getting things like a hunting rifle and nitroglycerin. You know, the fun stuff. With these tools in hand, you'll be set loose in the maps to figure out how to complete the objectives, alongside the optional objectives too. You don't have to pursue these extra objectives, but they do grant a higher score, which, in turn, speeds up unlocking the tools between missions. Missions will have you return to the maps multiple times throughout the game, but with each mission comes its own challenges. Most of the time, you'll need to scout out the area to find and plot a route to most efficiently reach your objectives, and even see what's changed since you last were at that location. Heist missions will mean you can spend up to and over an hour setting up the perfect route, positioning vehicles and making holes in walls and ramps up to higher locations to make sure that you can pull off every objective as soon as you set off the alarm, which, once triggered, will give you 60 seconds to do everything you need to do and get to the escape vehicle. There is so much excitement in spending ages setting up the perfect mission and then pulling it off exactly to plan. There is also a lot of fun in setting up a plan and then it just falls apart. There are other types of missions too, some of which involve stealth, transportation, or even just playing around on a racetrack. Regardless of what type and what map, these missions never feel old or wasted, and the game consistently provides a challenge to overcome and a sandbox to play around with. Another highlight feature of the game, and perhaps an unexpected one, is the storytelling. The game does feature a story regarding the protagonist, the jobs they undertake, and the people they end up helping along the way, and all of this is told through the interactions over email in between missions. However, the biggest show of narrative is in the environments. Each level will change over the course of the game, expanding in scale and often featuring alterations in security, as you would expect after many break-ins. Funnily though, they don't just lock the door. Not that that would do much anyway. The biggest changes, however, will be most notable in the protagonist's home, the warehouse. What starts as an abandoned looking mess of brick, concrete, and some left behind debris will gradually be worked on after each mission. You'll come back to this hub and notice a new kitchen is being installed upstairs, or some floorboards are in the process of being laid down, and eventually the whole place will start to look unrecognizable as you run into more success. It's a simple and gradual change across the game, but it's significant in telling a story about the person living there. Yes, they did just break into a facility to steal some classified data, but they also have a new washer dryer being delivered. Good for them. So just how long are you going to be playing Teardown if you decide to jump in? Well, that really depends on what it is you want to be doing. The story itself will take you from mission to mission, and if you just focus on the primary objectives and move on, you'll get around about 12 hours out of the game, according to howlongtobeat.com. However, if you plan on doing a bunch of optional objectives and completing all of the challenges available to you, then this can easily reach upwards of 20 to 25 hours. And then you have the sandbox mode. Every map you unlock can be entered in sandbox mode from the main menu, which lets you run rampant with all the tools you have to mess around with the environments and just have fun with physics and destruction. There are also plenty of mods for the game. Steam Workshop features a whole load of incredible mods to keep you occupied for a long time, and the console version of the game also includes a free mod pack that you can install, just to add in some extra toys for you to mess around with. With all of that, Teardown can easily be a game you keep coming back to, racking up the hours and just having a blast with blasts until the world is rubble. And then you go again. With a physics system as great as this, we just have to break down the price. Teardown on Steam will cost you around $25.99, while on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S it will cost $24.99. There is also the option of DLC with a Season Pass available, and with each releasing pack available individually too. The first mod pack on consoles is free, and everything on Steam Workshop is also completely free, of course. The game was also available for free to PlayStation Plus Extra subscribers on its release in November 2023. Teardown is a game that should not be overlooked. It's unapologetically gorgeous, the physics are some of the best available to mess around with, and it's got a huge appeal to fans of action, stealth, platformers, puzzle games, and just some good old-fashioned sandbox gameplay. And again, unapologetically gorgeous. So, when the question is Teardown a good buy? The answer is yes. Yes, it is.
I see. Okay. I will not buy it, but that was a good watch. Yeah, after seeing the gameplay, it's just I have several different games that kind of do the exact same thing. Maybe not all in one game, but it's just not new, I would say. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, Samuel. Like in terms of like the actual gameplay loop, it very much reminded me of me when I played Payday 2. And I can't say I'm too interested. Wow, look at all these boxes. Probably. Has Josh made a Let's Game It Out video on this game yet? Can't remember off the top of my head. He's put a bunch of different games. I'm sure he's done these type of games for like a lot already, so let's edit the price again. Let's put it up to $4. Yeah. Yeah. Where are you going, sir? I'm over here. I mean... Cha-ching! Okay. I think NPCs phase through. There's a limit? That's crazy. Wait, what happened to the 10 cents? Why is it? Okay. Here, enjoy your coins, sir. Nice. Let the capitalistic greed shine through. Oh. Oh, I just realized, because I'm working with Canadian dollars, you can see all the different currencies here. We have our 50, 20, 10, 5, toonie, loony. We don't have 50-cent coins. That's weird. That's weird. We don't have 50-cent coins here, but we do have 25, 10, and 5s. Nickel, dime, quarters, dollar, toonie. So loony, toonie, 5, 10, 20, 50. There's no 100 though. We do have a 100 bill, but not for this game, I suppose. That's right, get out of here. The lag is intense though, jeez Louise. Pygmy, Crowbib, Kitsune, Lamchick, Chiron, Seedent, Nanomite, $88? What in tarnations? Claw Up, Nimbless, Sludgelock, Betraying, Nanomite, Goopy, Loopup, no kidding, Lammy, Kitsune, Helio, Krabib, Shello, Werbu, Angryfish. Hello. Alright, get out of here. Eight. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, NPCs just go on top of, go right through it, but I can interact with it, I guess. What do you want, sir? Want to sell this? What's the best I can get? Give you $1.50. Way too low. No. Get out of here. You say it's expensive, but you already have a bag of stuff? Give me your money. Here's your change. Easy. Easy money. Hi there. Take your money. Goodbye. Look at this card. Gold edition. Come on, I know you want to do it. Alright. Since no one's buying, let's open packs. Yeah. Sure. Sounds good. Level 2, yes! Play table. Got another friendly shopper here, looking to buy some of my stuff. It's getting real late. Where did I buy a play table from? Oh my word, buddy! Thank you, look at that. Service. Play table? What do I buy a play table? Oh, it's right there. It's so dark in here, I can't see. Bro, the lights! There we go. Oh! Alright, day one. Terrible. Let's, open some packs. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's the lowest value pack so far. Even lower. Okay, $2, not bad. You make money off of opening card packs anyways. I'm sure I found out soon enough. Alright, let's lower the price. Sure. Alright, come on in, folks. Got cheat cards, and you can play. Oh, look at that. Immediate. Lowering it to a nice round 50-cent margin. Y'all coming in to play? Come on, play! Mr. Moneybags over here, wow. Yeah, look at that. Let's go! I like how you can actually see the cards in their hands anyways. It's Mr. Stinky over here. Shower, please. Goodbye. Where did... I ordered. Where is it? Where's my... What? Where'd my stuff go? Can I see my order history, please? Get out of here. Did I not order it? What? It was the license. Oh man. That's what it was. Yeah. I get it now. Man. I need to think a little, they say, as they keep piling on the cards packs. Jesus. Oh my gosh. I don't think you've thought enough. You're buying that many all at once. Goodness gracious. Okay. A achievement. Nice. How's a box compared to this? And we're... Do I go into debt for this? No. It won't let me. Is that delivery fee? Oh, okay. I should buy everything all at once. Interesting. Where are you going, sir? Okay. I'm probably just gonna play this off stream. This is great. Perfectly fine time killer. Alright, with that being said, thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you so much to Minami Onikuma for raiding. Thank you so much. And have a wonderful night. Take care everyone. Bye bye.